Yeah. We're good. Actually, yeah, we're good now.
Okay, Khan. First and foremost, we're going to say
Kahala Yahweh wa Yahushua Bashir Musafash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that are pushing His word in truth and sincerity, and then the elect across the four corners of the earth that are pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Can you get James? Start with James 4 and 1.
Kana.
Yeah, read the 17.
This is in the book. Yeah. But then it was raining.
Yeah.
You said James chapter
4 verse 1. Yeah.
This is in the book of James chapter 4 verse 1. And it reads, it says, "From whence cometh wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lust that war in your members? Ye lust and have not, ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, but ye ask not. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts."
Right. A lot of people let their flesh do the thinking rather than the spirit do the thinking, right? That's where the idea of lust comes from. And we're in a society where everybody's moving according to the flesh. And because we're moving according to the spirit, we stick out. We stick out like a thorn on everybody's side. You know?
Exactly. And it says, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh Bashim El Shai?"
Like right now, the difference. See, this is the difference between us, sincere brothers, beginning with the elders, the apostles on down, that are preaching the truth, and those so-called Christians in the churches that are preaching the Bible.
Yeah.
For them, if they were demonized, like we're beginning to be demonized, they would be worried, and they would be trying to do whatever they can to basically kiss up to Esau and his kingdom to get back onto good graces.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. The scriptures have said that friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High and His Son.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're being demonized is actually a good thing. It's scriptural. It means that we're setting ourselves a difference. We're setting ourselves apart from this world. And this world is starting to realize it because they're calling us out on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's how it should be. When the scriptures also say, if the world love you, basically roughly paraphrasing, if the Most High if the world love you, it's because they think of you to be of their own. Right? It's either you're with the world or you're with the Most High. And as things get worse in the society, the real men, the true sincere men of the Lord are going to be tested, are going to be shown. Because those of you brothers, those of you men that are claim to be men of the Lord, serving the Most High by preaching the truth, well, your words are going to be put to a test.
Yep.
Because now we're getting to a serious time, and with the stuff that's happened across, especially in America, with all the different Israelite camps. We even got like we were just talking about, the GMS camp was on camera too. It was on the news.
Yeah.
And they were being demonized, man. So that's just one camp. Watch. It's gonna catch on fire, man.
Oh,
and we got camps all over the world.
Yeah, look at the title. It says persecution will come.
Oh, look at that. That's good.
So I'm gonna read this
Yeah,
because like right now we're in a time of the Hebrew Israelites, which they like to call us Black Hebrew Israelites, because Esau, the so-called white man, wants to control the narrative. But
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai is in control of everything, man.
Yeah.
So they're gonna persecute us. They're gonna call us names. They're gonna, pretty much say the things that we do and so on and on.
Over exaggerate.
Exactly. They're gonna demonize us and make us look bad. Okay? But we're out here speaking the downfall of the society.
Which telling the truth.
Exactly. Which, when you look at how the society was gained and how the society was built, it was built upon the bloodshed of the Hebrew Israelites, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indians, man. And all we're doing is out here speaking, but they look at us as if we're out here murdering people, man. They're literally, pretty much putting us on the same category as a Ku Klux Klan, you know what I mean? And other, pretty much,
Racial,
yeah,
groups.
exactly, other wicked ass groups out there, man. Which all we have out here is the Bible. It's the Bible, but we don't have any weapons on us, none of that stuff, man. But that goes to show you that the powers, is all exactly, the power of this word is really cutting and getting into their spirit. Why? Because we're revealing the truth upon all the lies of this society, has pretty much, dwelt and brought upon. Okay, we're literally breaking that. The Scripture talks about us breaking strongholds, man. So we're living in that time where the people that are speaking the truth will be demonized, man, and they will be put to death, like the Scripture says, man. So this is beautiful time, man. Okay, and like the brother said, man, one of the brothers out there in New York, he said, we're ready for you, Edomites, man. Since the day, since the day we came to this truth, we were ready, man. So let the demonization, begin, man. Okay,
let it begin,
we're still gonna speak the truth, man. And it goes to show you that Esau pretty much like how the scripture says that the devil will come upon you pretty much hard. Okay, we're living in that time, which goes to show you that we're at the end of his kingdom anyways.
So all
So it's
praise
a
to the
beautiful
Most High
thing,
and His
man.
Son, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man. There's nothing for us to be scared of, man. Yahweh Shai went through it. Yahweh Shai went through it, man. And he said that we will go through it as well, man.
That's right. The
Okay.
servant's not greater than his
Our
master.
master, exactly, man. This is in the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 12. Okay? But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you.
Come on, man. That's gonna start happening heavy. Because right now, it's just like it's a stigma. Oh, stay away from these guys. Oh,
Yeah.
social, Israelites.
They're
walk,
wicked,
yeah, they're wicked. They walk by, you're like, yo, look at these guys. They
Yeah.
point and shit.
Yeah.
So now it's just surface eyes. But soon,
Yeah.
when everything has been building up, really watch Esau's military is gonna start putting their hands on us. Like, yo, you need to get off the street.
Yeah.
It's against a certain kind of law, blah blah blah, whatever kind of laws they put up
Yeah.
to get us off the street. If they seem like we're being over aggressive or whatever, they're gonna put us in jail cells, man.
Yeah, and they're gonna start, pretty much like the one ISUPK camp out there. They got sued for preaching in the street, so they gotta pay a
word, they
certain
got
bill.
sued?
Exactly.
Oh,
You know
look
what I
at
mean?
that, look at
So
that.
Esau's gonna
Yeah.
use his crafty devices to
Yeah.
get us out of the streets, man. Which eventually we will be, pretty much removed out of the streets. But that's when the elect have been sealed already.
And you know what's crazy about that too was, oh man, Most High is something else. He's a master chess player because even then, like certain things like that are gonna stop brothers from coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
When really, man, in the end of the day, the world will know. Every brother who's sincerely doing this work will know through the Spirit whatever the Most High and His Son use through His Son Yahweh Shai Sake, use as a sign to let the sincere brothers know, okay, it's done, the elect have been sealed.
Yeah.
Every brother will know through the Spirit, but some brothers are gonna fall out, are gonna start preaching before that sign has been given, because of the hell they're going through out here. Because there's been times where Esau, even before it's gotten crazy now, where we personally have had Esau tell us that we can't preach anymore, and we just go on the other side of the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it doesn't mean we can't just get up and say, oh, it's found another word.
That's it, yeah,
no,
exactly,
right?
exactly,
It's
yeah.
still through the Spirit, right?
Exactly,
And there's going to be a sign, but some brothers will get caught up in that.
That's a very great point, because that was almost like a year ago when they said that we needed a permit to come out here with a sign.
Yeah,
and then the following week we just came out and did the same thing, and no one bothered us.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's a
but
test.
Exactly. There's different stages to it.
can't.
Just like how you said, right now we're at the time where people are gonna walk by like, oh, you guys are fucking fucking, wicked and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come to time, we're gonna still keep doing what we're doing,
Yeah.
and it's gonna burn them more and more and more, and then they're gonna lay their hands on us, man. There's different stages to it, man. People don't just go from 0 to 100 right away like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a build-up.
It's a build-up, man. And that's the same thing, man. With pretty much how time is pretty much approaching. We're
Yeah.
getting closer and closer to the kingdom, and that's why Esau is pushing his agenda. The scripture talks about for the devil know that he had but a short time, man.
Yeah.
So Esau wants to push out his agendas, but guess what? He has to get rid of us, man.
That's right.
Because we're telling what? Don't take the chip.
Yeah,
Don't take the chip. So he
yeah.
needs to get rid of the people that are telling the rest of the masses not to take the chip,
Yeah,
man.
come on.
You know what I mean?
We're fucking up with Esau's money.
Exactly. We are fucking up with his plan,
Yeah.
which ultimately Yahweh Shimon Shai is fucking up with his plan.
Plan.
You know? And it says, but before all these they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues.
Come on, man. That's when we're gonna start. You're gonna start seeing brothers expected to end up in the courthouses, man.
Yeah, yeah.
With a bunch of charges brought
Yeah.
up against you.
Exactly. And these are gonna be things that are pretty much like videos used,
Yeah.
of you like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, they're gonna
bring
catch
it up,
you. Yeah, they're gonna catch you when. Yeah, they're gonna use
Exactly,
it, yeah.
right? And they're gonna edit these shit, bro. They're gonna edit it.
Yeah,
just like how they did in this, with Fox News. They edited, the brothers out there in the Bay Area's videos to show that this is what people think of you when they think of Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But they added that, they cut, they trimmed.
Yeah.
They only
Yeah, for
showed
their own convenience.
exactly. They only showed what they wanted, man. But literally, when you go back to the actual video footages, okay, that woman that got pushed down, she was the one, that was pretty much,
Antagonizing
exactly,
brothers. She's the one got locked up.
Yeah.
So really, who's in the wrong?
exactly, she was the one who actually got locked up, bro,
Yeah.
for what she did. But what did but what does Esau do? Esau also control the narrative, so he's gonna show the part where the brothers pushed that woman down, which that woman was wicked, like how much she spat on them, bro. You know what I mean? So it goes to show you, man.
She go do that to any other white woman on the street. That's a fight,
Exactly.
right? But if a brother just lays his hand, oh, there's a
Yeah,
demon.
that's
See,
it.
let's put him up in jail.
Yeah.
Get the charges up.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. But hey, man, Yahweh Shimon Shai is in control, okay? And that's it.
That's right.
That's it. So again, whatever you do to us, you're not doing it against the truth, but for the truth, man.
That's right.
Whatever
That's
it is, you can come out here and shoot us down. Guess
for
what?
the truth.
It's for the truth, man. It's spoken of, man.
That's right.
Okay, so there's no way around it. You're not, breaking or you're not changing the prophecies.
Yeah, you're not making a dent.
Yeah.
You're not adding a dent.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's power, man. That's power.
Exactly. And it says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you, okay, and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogue and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
That's right.
Okay? For my name's sake. And this is a beautiful thing, man, because all you fucking niggas that sold out, like Nate and so on and on, okay, your congregation, ISUPK, people who don't want to preach the whole truth, okay, what Fox News just recently posted about the Hebrew Israelites, okay, being wicked and so on, okay, they're coming at all of us. So although you sold out, you're still gonna get punished the same way, as we will, man.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there was no benefit to what you did.
Yeah.
Selling out to that fucking devil Esau, man. That's the devil, man. It's like, playing with a snake and then you know what?
Expecting that
you know-
snake to be honorable or something.
Yeah, it's like exactly, playing with the snake and then, once it bites you, like, what the fuck, man? I took care of you. Like, well, it was a fucking snake.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
what the
his
fuck
nature.
that's his nature. What do you expect? He's a devil. He talks about not to make covenant with the wicked, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
That's right. That's right.
Like, how many treaties, have they broke, bro?
Yeah.
They broke so many goddamn treaties, man.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, you expect them to keep their end of the bargain, man.
That's actually insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Yeah.
That's what our people do. Foolishly.
Yeah.
They do the same thing. They follow after Esau, follow after Esau, follow after his wicked, his lies, his deceit,
Yeah.
his kingdom, his false promises, and expect something to change. Okay, well this time might be changed. We're in a newer time.
Exactly.
Back then, no man, nothing's new under the sun. History repeats itself, man.
Exactly, and it's like these are people who know the history of the white man. So it's like it's like knowing the history of something, but then repeating the same thing that happened back in history again. It's like it's like you should know better. If you know their history for being wicked and breaking treaties, why the hell would you make covenants with them now? They can do the same thing, bro. It's like if you don't know your history, how are you gonna know your future? You can't, right? But these people know the history, but yet they're repeating the same acts that our people did back then. You're gonna receive the exact same thing, man.
And then you complain. You complain. You have the audacity to complain, especially when the truth is being brought to you. It'd be different if you were going through that and no one was telling you the truth.
Yeah.
But you got brothers all over the world telling you the truth, and countless of videos are all out on the internet.
Exactly, man. Verse 13, and it shall turn to you for a testimony, and it says, settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer.
Yeah, so don't overthink it, man. You gotta see.
Don't bug out.
Yeah,
literally, right?
Yeah, don't bug.
Because you're like, oh shit, man, they're gonna talk about my job.
Yeah, my woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now, see, that's the thing. See that? Oh man, your faith is gonna be tested because I've learned that when you get brought into basically a test, a situation where you're challenged, Esau's on you. I noticed that at first, when you first come in, the first thing you start thinking about is how this situation is going to affect all the carnal things.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Oh, my job, my woman, my car, my bills, all these carnal things. You don't think about what's going to happen spiritually.
Exactly.
And then when you do, but then when you do that, you're like, oh, well, they can't touch anything spiritually, so then what am I worrying about?
Exactly.
So really, man, in that time, your faith is going to be tested, because if you're out there, up in the courthouses, all these charges being brought upon you, and you could be doing good at your job, things have been looking up, and now you're going to lose everything just because you're doing something spiritual.
Exactly.
If the first thing that comes to your mind are carnal things, man, you got to start rebuking yourself.
Yeah.
And start thinking about the spiritual stuff.
Yeah, you're right, man. And it's a beautiful thing that you said that. Because you've been long enough to live with your woman where the Lord showed you that she's not with you, man. You know what I mean? So the Lord already told you, this woman is not with you when everything literally comes down to the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you should already have it in the back of your mind, that scripture that Paul said, when, if you have a woman, be as though you don't have any, man. You already got to be in that mindset, man. So you can't let your flesh dictate how you're going to, answer later on when, pretty much you're put to the test, man. So you gotta, so you gotta break out of that, man. Okay.
That's a boyish mentality.
Exactly. When you first came to the truth and you had a woman, okay, or when you first came to the truth in a few months, Salaki, the first few months, you got a woman, okay, you're pretty much all, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're all excited, you're building emotions for her, and then, now you're thinking, you know what I mean? Like, I want her to make it with me, you know what I mean? But then, you've lived long enough with her, where the Lord showed you that this woman is a demon, man.
You know what I mean? Her tail.
Exactly. And that's it, bro. None of us have righteous women. None of us, man.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they're virgins or if they're not. None of them are righteous.
Exactly, bro. So the Lord already gave you that answer, man. So you can't bug out when shit hits the fan, man.
That's right. That's right.
And it says, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
The truth.
Just stick to the script.
The
scripture says da 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 da. You know what I mean? They're gonna say, well, you guys, no. The scripture says that. You know what I mean?
Stop saying us. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Refer back to the scripture because the word is what cuts.
Yeah. More powerful than any tongue. Right?
You can go, give them a whole history. Of what you've learned and so on and on. But when you go to the scriptures, that's it. They can't resist or gainsay this, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
And it says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents. Yo,
Yeah.
this is what I was talking about, right?
Yeah, God,
You know,
God.
which goes to show that's the
That's the
spirit, man.
spirit, yeah, that's
And
the
ye
spirit.
shall be betrayed both by parents
Yeah,
and
yeah.
brethren
Yeah.
and kinsfolks
Yeah.
and friends and
They're all gonna rat you out. Yeah, he
Cons.
lives on this street.
Yeah.
This is where he
He
works.
works, yeah.
This is his hours.
Yeah, this is where
what he
they're going
does.
for camp.
Yeah, there he goes for a camp.
Yeah.
Then he does his Bible studies.
Yeah.
His Yahweh Bible studies.
Yeah.
And he does this.
You know, he wrote Yahweh on his Bible, and you know,
yeah.
and like
They
you know,
have a
but he's,
picture of a black man with a sword.
and he said, you know, that's King James.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cut,
They know all these things, man.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah.
know all these things, man.
Yeah, they're gonna rat you out, man.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
brothers you can rely on are the ones that are in war with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, which is beautiful that you said that because it says right here, right? It says, that's beautiful. And it says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Ooh.
Yo, there you go. Yo,
You
that's
see that?
Yeah, that's gonna be heavy, man. That's gonna
Yeah.
be heavy. That's gonna be heavy. Because yo, that's heavy. That's real heavy. Because yo, some of this, and then yo, when brothers start getting like actually Esau start like slaying brothers for this truth, yo, that shit's gonna shake. It's gonna shake. It's gonna shake up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, okay, yo, girl, like yes, girl up your loins now, but
Yeah.
hold your balls, man. Like this is time.
Yeah. And
Now they're killing people.
yeah, exactly. And it's beautiful because the brother.
That stage is
yeah.
right now they're demonizing, then they're gonna lay
get you,
hands,
and then
put you in jail,
yeah.
then they're gonna start killing you.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful because the brother out there in Dallas, you know, the head camp leader, Yasha Wamba, he just did a video and he said, you know, that our own people, you know, roughly paraphrasing the title of the video, it's just recent, he said our own people will be the ones who are going to put us to death. You know what I mean?
Just like how it happened to Yahweh Shai.
Exactly, you know, and he went into a video, this one, Jake, was talking shit about us, man, you know?
Look at that.
Was talking shit about us and he wanted us to be put to death, you know?
That's crazy.
And that was pretty much the topic of that video, man.
It's crazy. When you Jake, you 2/3 are gonna wake up like your shame is gonna be unbearable.
Yeah.
It's gonna be unbearable, man. Yeah, eventually you'll wake up out of it, but for the time you're in it, fuck, it's gonna feel like forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly that. And it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. And there shall not an hair, Salakia, but there shall not an hair of your head perish.
See, but see, okay, so see
There's
what
a
the script,
balance.
see there's
Yeah.
a balance.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
some brothers will take that in and run with that and be like, okay, yo, we're not gonna die. No, don't think like that.
Yeah.
If anything, think that you are gonna die,
Yeah.
and then be happy if you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
like,
true.
you know, some brothers are gonna be like, okay,
Expect the worst.
yeah, exactly, and they're gonna come to a situation where their life their life will be threatened,
Yeah.
and they're gonna bug out and they're like, okay, well, fuck, maybe I already fell out.
Yeah.
Let me take the chip,
Yeah.
because I was supposed to. The scripture said that no hair on my head will be touched.
Exactly. Hey, it's beautiful because one of the brothers out there in GMS LA, he just did a video on how to create fire. You know, by using pretty much like a steel of wool.
Yeah.
You know, and like a 9-something battery. And you just do it. You know what I mean? Pretty much, yo, that's a sign.
Yeah.
Yo, Yahweh is prepping us because.
For these times,
Bro,
yeah.
it's gonna come to a time where we're gonna scatter and be in the wilderness, man.
Yeah,
and you gotta
God.
learn how to do these things,
Yeah,
right? You gotta learn,
God.
you know, you have to learn how to warm up, you know?
Yeah.
The Lord does not upload a video on YouTube for us to see for nothing. Like, it's not gonna benefit us, you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Like,
Yeah.
all these things, you know,
has
are,
a reason,
has a
purpose.
reason behind it, and it's controlled by Yahweh. The Lord puts the spirit on these brothers to come up with such videos, you know,
Yeah.
whether it's on health, you know, how to, you know, keep your mind clear,
Yeah.
you know,
how to pour like that,
Yeah.
like, clear out water.
Exactly.
You know, out in the wild.
Exactly, man. You know,
Yeah.
all these things, you know, have a purpose behind it. And when you come across it, it's because the Lord wanted you to see it.
Kind,
You know?
kind,
Some of the videos that you have not come across, maybe it is not, you know, benefit you because every brother
It's
has a
not your
different
lot.
portion.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not your lot, man.
Yeah.
You know? So for you who have seen these things, man, you gotta consider and take it seriously, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Nothing is a joke, man. You know? And it says, right? And it says, but there shall not an hair of your head perish, and your patience possess ye your souls.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Your patience possess ye your souls. Yo, that's deep.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. You gotta, hey, like I said this before when I did a video individually. Suffering is a skill. Learning how to suffer, that's a skill, man. That's
Yeah.
not something that you just get.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
a skill. And the seed and the core of that skill is faith. 'Cause how can you suffer if you don't have any faith? It's impossible.
Yeah.
What are you suffering for?
Yeah.
If you don't believe.
Exactly, man. Which is beautiful because recently, we were just talking about that, about how the society, kids that that are being raised up, they're being taught that everything is equal. When you join a basketball team, for example, you have
all get the same.
exactly.
Yeah.
You all get the same equal amount of playing time.
Yeah.
When they see one kid who is better, than the rest, that coach is telling that kid, don't score any more baskets. We don't want to hurt the feelings of the other team. You know what I mean? These are things that are being taught right now. I'm a basketball coach, and these are things, that these kids, come and tell us. This is what my coach said. I can't score any more buckets because we're going to hurt the feelings of the other team. So these kids are being raised up, in this delusion state of mind, thinking that everything is fair and equal.
Yeah.
But then as soon as they go to freaking grade 9, for
They hit
example,
the real world, the real scenario.
exactly, they hit the real world, They didn't make their high school team.
Yeah.
Then now they're losing their shit. They want to commit suicide, because
that's crazy.
they've been fucking raised up to be soft, man.
Yeah.
They're not being, taught, how to pretty much go through fire, man.
Yeah,
That things are not equal. Okay,
Yeah.
if you want something, you work your fucking ass for it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, when you go out there in the real world, nothing is gonna be handed and given to you,
Nothing.
man.
Nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you're always expecting your parents to wipe your ass, good luck, man.
Yeah.
Good luck, because these things are issues, man. But
Yeah.
people don't see it like that, man.
Yeah.
But then as soon as they go and apply for a job and they don't get it, or when they lose a job, guess what? These Edomites commit suicide, man,
Yeah.
because they don't know how to handle
Good
hardship,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very important to know adversity. The scripture says, through much tribulation, we should enter into the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
Through much tribulation.
Yeah.
Why? Because, that fire builds you up to the person that, that the Lord needs you to be. Can you imagine, being in the military, okay, when all your life, you don't even know how to hold a gun or anything, no push of nothing. You can't just be born, okay, go through, go through elementary school, high school, and then just bam, you're in the military, you're you're somewhere, I'm in the Middle East.
Yeah.
No, you gotta go through all that training, right?
You
Which,
can't just end up.
you know what I mean? Which builds you up, it trains you for that moment.
That's right.
That's
right.
You don't just go from one stage to another stage to another stage and then that's it.
Yeah.
Nah, man, in between those stages, there's trials and tribulation, which takes you to the next stage, man.
That's right.
But
That's right.
society today is completely fucked up, which goes to show you it's a beautiful thing because we're at the end anyways.
Yeah.
People are going to be weak. People are going to die.
That's right.
They're not going to know how to handle these things, man.
That's true because that's because they weren't given the truth. See, that's the beautiful thing about faith is that faith is only faith when it's based on the truth.
Yeah.
Because in the end of the day, like, yes, you can have faith in things that are not true, but then it's just a matter of time before you figure it out that fuck, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I believed in something that wasn't real.
Yeah.
This is the truth. So guess what? Because our faith is based on the truth, you can't kill it. Because the truth is forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't kill it. With something else, yes, eventually you just have to wait. Because it's a matter of time, you're gonna find the hole.
Yeah.
Here, you can't do nothing. 'Cause it's based on the truth.
Yeah, it's beautiful because I remember one time I was having a conversation with a woman, and she was saying, that at one time, it was such and such and such, but today it's this, and that's the truth. I'm like, no, it's not the truth because at one time it was different than what it is today, right? The truth is also truth. No matter where you are in this world, right?
Or how
math,
yeah.
for example, right?
Yeah.
Math, which is a math in the Hebrew, which means truth.
Yeah.
2 plus 2 is always going to be 4, no matter what language you speak, no matter what background. Like it is
what
not
area of the world
right.
you're
It does not matter why,
in.
because that's the truth, right? If 2 plus 2 was like 18, thousands of years ago, and now it's for them. No, that's not the truth, man.
Yeah,
you know what I
God.
mean? Because it
Yeah.
changed. The
It
truth does
changed.
not change.
Yeah,
The truth
exactly.
is always constant, and it remains, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And this has always been the truth since before the foundation of the earth, man.
Con.
You know,
Con.
it's been the same.
Yeah.
The Lord had these laws and statutes written down in our inward parts before it was written down in the book, man.
Yeah, con.
You know, so it's always been the same. When
That tells
break-
you that's the truth.
Exactly. When you break them, guess what happens? You know, you got wickedness in the earth.
Yes, con. You got consequences, man.
Yeah, and
It's a reaction to an action.
Exactly. And guess what? In the kingdom, which laws are we going to be keeping? These, man. We're supposed to show this is the truth. It's
yeah.
never going to die,
You
bro.
gotta get con.
You know, it's always going to be here,
That's right.
no matter what.
So then the question is what's your faith based on?
Yeah.
Is your faith based on the stuff that IUCK speak, or IUIC, or the things that or the stuff that Esau preaches, or is your faith based on the stuff that the church preaches?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Exactly, man. And it says, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies,
Right? Because Jerusalem's the people's first place.
yeah, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. And
There
this
you
is
go.
twofold, right?
Correct.
This did happen back in 70 AD, and
Yeah.
it will happen again.
That's right.
Jacob's trouble.
Which millions, yeah, exactly. Jacob's trouble.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
Yo, that's deep. That's what you just finished saying. Yo, because again, a place is a people before it's a place. So when it says Judea, they that are in Judea,
Flee to the mountains.
yo, they that are of Israel are gonna scatter.
Yeah.
Run away because Esau's gonna be out here looking for you.
Yeah.
That's one of them right now. Let's get them. Boom.
Yeah.
You're not, like you just said, we're gonna be out. We're gonna have to be in the wilderness because we can't be in our homes or in the city anymore.
Yeah.
So we might have to learn how to stay warm, how what to eat, what not to eat.
Yeah.
You know, and then in the midst of that, you know, Lord willing, we're of the elect. The Most High through Yahweh Shai will bless us with something.
Exactly. You
Right?
know.
But we're gonna be scattered, man.
Yeah.
Don't expect to be in the city.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, and at the same time, you don't want to put all of your work or your mindset, you know, towards learning, you know, how to do such thing like,
How to survive in the
yeah,
wilderness,
you
yeah.
know, you don't want to put your mind towards how to hunt and this and that. You know what I mean? Because the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai is going to take care of us, man.
Right.
Whether that's, you know, giving us, like, you know, spiritual powers,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
we're going to,
right.
you know, like, at the
You
same
might be
time,
able to create fire yourself.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time, if it comes across, learn it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, God,
but you know,
yeah.
but don't put the scriptures away
Yeah,
and then
God.
just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You, like, you know, I'm gonna start prepping. You know, I'm a 6 months. I'm a worth of food and so on and on, because that goes to show that you don't have faith in the Lord anymore.
You know what? You know what I learned? It has been pondering my mind. It's like, yo, when it comes to the Most High and Yahweh Shai and the signs and everything, wait for it. Don't look for it. You know what I mean? And that's like just going back off what you said. If you're waiting for Yahweh Shai to come, and that's what we're doing right now by doing this work, watching videos, making videos. And you're watching a video, and a video that pops up is about, you know, the brother's talking about, you know, how to make fire or certain greens to eat.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's
yeah.
waiting on it,
Yeah.
not looking for it.
It just came.
It just came.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I might as well, because I'm just waiting anyways.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Don't go looking for things, because then what's the point? What's the point of looking for it? What's the point of faith if you're looking for it? Faith is synonymous with patience, with suffering. Right? So you gotta suffer and just wait, and believe that you're gonna get whatever you need to get,
Hey,
even
that's-
if you don't know what you're getting.
Hey, and the scriptures, you know, prior says, "In your patience possess ye your souls." Right?
Yeah, in your patience possess your souls, man, your spirit.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true.
And it says, "And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto, for these be the days of vengeance,
Yeah,
that all things which are written may be fulfilled."
that's right.
damn,
Right.
everything's gonna be
Yo.
fulfilled, man.
It's gonna come quick, like a whirlwind, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. And it says, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
That's right. That's right.
And they which fall by the edge of the sword shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the end, so like until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Done.
But there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars. Which we just recently had,
A blood moon?
yeah, and they said, that one was the major one, and there isn't going to be any one of those anymore.
Oh,
You know what I
look at
mean?
that, yo. Holy shit.
And it was
Yo.
called, the wolf thing, and one of my coworkers, he came into work on Monday and said, you see the blood moon?
Yeah.
And like I was speaking to him, he's like, yeah, man, last night, like I was sitting there, and I saw it, like 5 hours straight, And it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Yeah.
What Donald Trump is doing,
Yeah.
with perplexity, confusion,
And confusion in all areas.
Yeah.
Right?
People being confused. What the fuck is Donald Trump doing? And then when you look at what's happening in the EU,
Yeah.
right? Everything is just not right.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is, right?
Everything's just not right. Yeah.
And it says, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, right? Which the sea, represents the people,
Yeah. War is going mad.
Men's heart falling them for fear.
Feeling them.
Oh, it's like a failing. Man's heart failing, failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Yo, what did we just been preaching before? What did we just preaching before? We said, yo, when some of you guys, your life gets tried, the first thing you think about are carnal shit. Right? Men's heart failing them because of fear.
Yeah.
The things of earth, on earth.
Yeah, coming
See?
to earth.
Come on, so you're gonna see some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You might see you're gonna see chariots, you're gonna see missiles,
Yeah.
you're gonna see people in Perth where they wear those fucking clown masks. You see when they got the back thing, yo, yo, you're gonna be all scared and shit.
You got your child and your wife with you. Damn.
Shit.
Yo, for those who don't have the truth, good luck, man. No, fuck that, man. Ain't no good luck for you.
Yeah, God.
Fuck you, you deserve it, man.
Yeah, God, at the end of the day, that's your lot.
Exactly.
Shit.
I'm on verse 27 right now. And it says, and then, man's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
That's that day, man. That's the last thing. How it shall come through at the end, the theme song.
Jake, right?
The last Trump. Yo, that shit's gonna be beautiful.
He's gonna come take down.
Yo, he's gonna come to say warrior. With the
and he's
muscles.
gonna be the tallest, bro.
Majestic too.
Man.
Majestic.
Just looking at him, for those who talk shit, their heart is just gonna give up.
Man, they're all gonna soil
They're
themselves.
gonna shit themselves.
Yeah, come on.
Damn, that day when Yahweh just comes down off those chariots and he just starts fucking with the sword just.
Oh, yo, that's gonna be.
Damn.
Shit.
Yo, that's what we look for, man. Just right now, but we're fucking vexed, man. What cheese we will have to fucking deal with, man? With these goddamn women, with our jobs, bro, we're fucking cheap, bro. We got debts.
Yeah, yo,
Yo, all that shit puts weight on you, man. Can you imagine
Puts
when
weight
your
on your soul.
right? Can you imagine when your house like comes and just liberates you out of all of that fucking?
That's why we're gonna
heavy
be.
shit,
Yo, that's
bro.
why all brothers are gonna cry. That's gonna be
Damn.
like you're gonna sit there, you're gonna be in awe, like yo.
It's like the creator.
It's almost like it was a dream.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be like Yahweh Bashim Shai agrees with me.
Yeah, Khan. Yeah.
Oh,
Khan.
like what more, do you need than that, right? Like,
That's
you know,
everything. That's everything.
right? Like what more? What more do you need than that,
Well,
bro?
that's the breath of life. That's the breath of life right there.
Bro, ain't nobody else's opinion matters. Nobody else's opinion matters, man. You know? And it says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. Yo, daddy, yo, that's it right there, man. You know, that's it, you know? I feel good, bro.
Yo, anyways, we're gonna close out.
Yeah, bro.
That's
full,
it,
man.
eh? Yeah, I'm full. You guys said.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Yo, with that, we're gonna close up. We're gonna say Kal Halal Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai.
Vashem Rucha Kodesh. Double
Double
honor
honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. The death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, 2/3 of Israel, and Esau as well.
That's right, man. Shalom.
Right?
Come on.